As Jacob set out for Egypt, he embarked on a journey that was as spiritual as it was physical. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting long shadows on the earth. The air was cool with the promise of a new day. Jacob felt a sense of anticipation, an awareness of the gravity of the mission he had embarked upon. He was headed towards Egypt, the land of pharaohs, but his purpose was far greater than merely geographical. His first stop was Beersheba, a place steeped with history and meaning. It was a place that held a special significance in his heart. As he arrived, he could see the ancient well, its rim worn smooth by countless hands. The sight of it filled him with an inexplicable sense of peace, the kind that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. In Beersheba, Jacob felt a deep connection with his past. He wasn't just Jacob, he was part of a lineage, a continuation of a story that began long before he was born. This was the place where his father Isaac had lived, where his grandfather Abraham had made a treaty with Abimelech. Understanding this, he couldn't help but feel a sense of duty. So, he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac, just as his ancestors had done before him. The act held a profound symbolism, a testament to the continuity of faith, a bridge between the past and the present. He chose the best of his flock, the ones without blemish or defect, a symbol of his commitment to his duty and to his God. The fire crackled, casting dancing shadows around him. The scent of burning wood and the sacrificial animal filled the air, a poignant reminder of the gravity of his actions. Jacob sat there, under the vast expanse of the stars, finding solace in the familiarity of the ritual. It was a moment of reflection and connection with the divine. He remembered his dreams, his struggles, his victories. Looking up at the stars, he felt a cool breeze on his face and a sense of tranquility washed over him. He was heading to Egypt, but his journey had just begun. In a powerful vision that night, God spoke to Jacob, reassuring him not to be afraid of going to Egypt. The celestial silence of the night was broken by a divine force, as a voice echoed in his mind, strong, comforting, and unmistakably divine. This was a moment of transcendental communication between the mortal and the divine, a vital connection that linked the earthbound humanity with the eternal heavens. As he listened in awe and reverence, he realized that these words were not a mere figment of his imagination, but a divine revelation from the Almighty. These were words of reassurance, comfort, and promise. A sense of serenity washed over Jacob, alleviating his fears and calming his turbulent mind. His heart fluttered in his chest as he grasped the divine promise that was being revealed to him. "Jacob," God's voice reverberated through the depths of his soul, "do not fear to go down to Egypt." The command was clear and unmistakable. It was a call to faith, a call to trust, a call to embark on a journey that was fraught with uncertainty, but ultimately to divine fulfillment. Jacob's heart throbbed with a newfound courage as he accepted God's command. God then promised something that was beyond Jacob's wildest dreams. "I will make you into a great nation there," God declared. These words echoed in Jacob's heart, filling him with hope and expectation. This was not just a promise, it was an assurance of a future filled with endless possibilities. Jacob could see the vision unfolding before his eyes, a great nation arising from his own progeny, a nation that would stand tall among the nations of the world, a nation that would be a testament to God's everlasting faithfulness. God's promise was not limited to building a great nation in a foreign land. He assured Jacob of his return to the promised land, the land that had been promised to his forefathers. Jacob could envision himself walking through the verdant landscapes, the familiar scent of the earth filling his senses, the warmth of his homeland welcoming him back. The vision was painted with vivid details, making it feel almost real. The promise of return was not merely a physical one, it was also symbolic. It represented a return to his heritage, his identity. The words echoed in his ears, "I will go down with you to Egypt, and I will also surely bring you up again." The divine revelation concluded with an emotional promise, "Joseph's own hand will close your eyes." These words hinted at a reunion with his beloved son, Joseph. This, more than anything, filled Jacob's heart with a profound sense of solace. The reunion with his son, whom he believed he had lost, was perhaps the most poignant part of the divine revelation. A ray of hope pierced through the clouds of his despair, promising a reunion that would eventually bring his earthly journey full circle. Jacob woke from the divine vision with a renewed spirit. The divine promise had strengthened his resolve, and he was ready to face the journey ahead. With unwavering faith in God's promise and a heart full of hope, Jacob began his journey to Egypt. carrying with him the divine assurance of blessings, growth, return, and reunion. The poignant words, "Joseph's own hand will close your eyes," hinted at a reunion with his beloved son. Bolstered by the divine words of God, Jacob, along with his sons, their wives, and the innumerable multitude of their descendants, began the arduous trek towards the land of Egypt. This wasn't a journey undertaken lightly. The distance was great, and the path fraught with uncertainties. Each step taken was imbued with faith, every heartbeat echoing the promise of a reunion. The multitude traveled under the vast azure sky, their path illuminated by the celestial glow of the sun. They journeyed through the seemingly endless expanses of desert, their footsteps marking their unwavering resolve. The desert, usually a symbol of desolation in this case, was a testament to their perseverance, their faith, and their unyielding hope for a better tomorrow. Pharaoh, recognizing the significance of their journey, had dispatched a series of sturdy, well-built carts to transport them. These carts, symbols of Pharaoh's benevolence, were not ordinary vehicles. They were equipped with necessities designed intricately and built sturdily to endure the harshness of the journey. The sight of these carts stirred a sense of awe among them, emphasizing not only the importance of their mission, but also the weight of the responsibility they carried. The journey wasn't just a physical expedition, it was a spiritual voyage. As they traversed through the sand dunes, they were also journeying within themselves. They contemplated God's message, their purpose, and the significance of their trek. Each moment brought them closer to their destination and an anticipated reunion. Pharaoh's thoughtful gesture had further deepened the significance of this event. It was a reunion that held the promise of transformation, a reunion that was not a mere meeting of people, but a confluence of destinies. The feeling of anticipation was palpable among them, emphasizing the momentous importance of this reunion. The narrative takes a moment to list the names of Jacob's descendants who accompanied him to Egypt. First on the list we hear of Reuben, Jacob's eldest son, a man known for his courage and strength. Then comes Simeon and Levi, brothers bonded by their passion for justice. The narrative continues with Judah, the leader amongst his brethren, and next is Dan, a man of wisdom and understanding. There is a brief mention of Naphtali, an agile and energetic character, followed by Gad, a brave warrior with an undying spirit. After Gad we hear of Asher, a generous soul always sowing seeds of kindness. His story is followed by Issachar, a son recognized for his dedication to knowledge and learning. The list continues with Zebulun, a seafarer and adventurer at heart, who is immediately succeeded by Joseph, Jacob's favorite son. Joseph, a man of many colors, is known for his dreams and his undying faith. The last son, Benjamin, the beloved youngest, is remembered for his innocence and charm. Then the narrative gives equal attention to the daughters. Dinah, known for her beauty and grace, and her sisters whose names, though not mentioned, play a vital role in the familial saga. Each name echoed in the narrative carries a history, a legacy passed down from generation to generation. Every descendant has been a beacon of light in their own unique way, adding vibrancy to the tapestry of their lineage. It's a detailed account highlighting the significance of each family member in this journey. Jacob, in a calculated move full of anticipation, sends Judah ahead of them all to Goshen. Goshen, a land of promise, was to be their new home, a place of refuge and the stage for their upcoming reunion. Judah carried with him the weight of expectancy, the hopes of their family, and the excitement of what lay ahead. His task was to prepare the ground for their arrival, to ensure the transition was smooth and the welcome warm. The air was thick with the uncertainty of new beginnings, yet salted with the sweet scent of reunion. As the news of their nearing approach spread like wildflowers in a spring meadow, it reached the ears of one particular individual in Goshen. Joseph, the long-lost son, brother, and dreamer, hears of their impending arrival. His heart skips a beat. Hope, anxiety, and longing intertwine, filling his heart with a mix of emotions. The memories of his past, the pain of separation, the joy of reunion, all flooded in, threatening to overwhelm him. Moved by the anticipation, Joseph can no longer contain his eagerness. His feet, as if with minds of their own, take him on the path leading to his family. He has awaited this moment for what seems like an eternity. As they come into sight, he finds his pace quickening. Finally, he halts before his father. His heart pounding, he steps forward, opening up his arms to embrace his father in a tearful reunion, a moment capturing years of longing and love, sealing their fractured past with the promise of a united future. Joseph, with a sense of purpose and urgency, begins outlining a calculated strategic plan to his brothers, addressing them from his position of influence in the Egyptian court. In the dimly lit room they gather around him, their faces etched with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. He speaks with a calm, steady voice as he shares his thoughtfully devised strategy for the uncertain encounter they would soon be having with Pharaoh, the ruler they had only heard stories about. Understanding the stakes, he advises them to disclose their occupation as shepherds, a humble and unassuming profession that has been their livelihood for generations. He confidently reasons that this profession, often seen with disdain and negativity by the highly cultured Egyptians, could be the very key to their survival and favorable settlement. He anticipates that their lowly occupation would strategically position them away from the main populace, thus safeguarding them from possible persecution or judgment. His brothers listen attentively, captivated by his strategic thinking and leadership. The plan he proposes overshadows the fear they hold within their hearts. His guidance offers them the much-needed reassurance and direction. Joseph, with great wisdom and foresight, is leading them towards a favorable future. As the room falls silent once again, they realize the weight of the plan laid before them. He reiterates his aim, his voice echoing off the stone walls, ensuring that they understand the importance of settling in the land of Goshen. And that concludes our exploration of Genesis 46, where Jacob's journey to Egypt sets the stage for a heartwarming family reunion. You've all been with us as we walk the sands of time, tracing the footsteps of Jacob across the ancient landscape towards Egypt. Not just any journey, but one that carries the weight of destiny and family bonds. Genesis 46 is an enchanting chapter that sweeps us into an era of poignant reunions and prophetic revelations. Jacob's journey to Egypt was not just a physical trip, it was a spiritual journey that tested his faith, resilience, and commitment to his family. This journey, while filled with trials and tribulations, ultimately leads Jacob to a momentous reunion, an event that is not only heartwarming but also deeply symbolic. We have analyzed every verse, every line in this chapter, delving into the rich symbolism and compelling narratives that Genesis 46 offers. We've uncovered the depths of faith, the strength of his character, and the intense love he harbored for his family. We have seen how Jacob's journey to Egypt has significant implications for his descendants and indeed the entire nation. As we ended our journey today, we hope that you have gained a fresh perspective on this chapter of the Bible. We trust that you now have a deeper understanding of the central theme's characters in Genesis 46. We hope that our exploration has enriched your knowledge and deepened your appreciation for this timeless biblical narrative. We would love to continue this journey together as we delve into the next chapters of the Bible. We have many more stories to share, lessons to learn, and truths to uncover. So join us next time as we continue our biblical journey. We value your feedback and support, so if you enjoyed this video, we encourage you to like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends and family. We are excited about the future journey ahead, and look forward to the rich tapestry of biblical narratives with you. We strive to bring you insightful and in-depth studies of the Bible, aiming to enlighten, inspire, and educate. So until our next journey together, stay blessed.